Your relationship with the scale is critically important in your weight loss goals. You might think to yourself, now why in the heck would you do a video on how to weigh yourself properly? Well, the answer is it is very important because you will sabotage yourself if you do not have the proper relationship with your scale. What should that relationship be? It shouldn't be good and it shouldn't be bad. It should be neutral because the scale is a tool that helps you get to your goal. And it is one tool. It isn't all of them. So let's get the basics out of the way. First of all, get a digital scale if you can. They are easy to obtain. They're not expensive. The one in this video is a Taylor model. I got it at Target for sub $40. And so it's not difficult to come by. They're accurate now within 0.2 pounds. So there's really no reason not to have one. This particular unit does body fat composition and so forth, but it doesn't really matter. They can be had for very little money. Use a hard, level surface. Don't use carpet. And make sure your batteries are fresh. And you can always tell if a scale's battery is fresh because it'll start to give you funky numbers all over the place that you know couldn't be true. It's pretty easy to tell. Most scale batteries will last you about a year. So there's really not much to worry about there. Okay, number one, pick a goal weight range and expect it to change. This is the first big cardinal rule of weighing. Pick a goal weight range. Make sure it's a range of about 10 to 15 pounds. I say 10 to 15, ideally 15 because your body's going to fluctuate. We humans are always in a state of constant flux, and I hope you remember that. That's the important thing that people keep missing. If you set your weight for, say, 160 pounds, and you say, I want to be 160 pounds, then naturally when you get down there, it's going to be very easy for you to go over that. So what you want to do is go to 145 pounds and then toggle there between 145 and 160 for 4 months. That's how long it takes to stay at a weight for your body to memorize that new set point. And then you'll stay there with very little effort. That's how you do it. But that can only happen if you pick the right weight range. So remember to do that. When I was 360 pounds, my first goal was just to get under 300. I didn't care what it was. I just wanted to be under 300. But then when I got down more, I said, let me keep going to 255 to 245. Well, finally, when I obtained that, I ended up where I am today, 185 to 200. So that's my get real range. That's my life comfy range right there. And I toggle up and down that, and it suits me. Pick a realistic, sensible range and stay within it, and you'll find this is not very hard. You'll psych yourself up the more you do it. Go way out of your way to pick a healthy goal weight range. Number two, weigh first thing in the morning. Hugely important. Before your first cup of coffee or anything else, naked, right after BM or urination, make sure you're as light as you can be because this is part of the confidence process, but it's also the best way to get an ideal weight. You want to do that because you're going to weigh more as you go throughout the day. Number three, pick a day and weigh only once every 7 days. Folks, if you garner nothing else from this video, don't weigh yourself more than once every 7 days in the morning of the appointed day that you picked. My day is Sunday morning. It has been since I lost the weight, and even now that I'm easily maintaining and don't have to worry about that, I still do the same day because it works best for me. Get a pattern and stick with it. So many get this wrong, and they start weighing every day to see how much has gone, whether they're heavier or lighter, and they end up psyching themselves out because they notice that they're heavier by 1.5 pounds in a couple of days. And the day after that, they're 2 pounds. Your body fluctuates. So don't psych yourself out. Don't make the journey harder than it has to be. And with that said, the final point here, don't worship the scale. I don't care what deity you worship, if you worship a deity at all. But if you're worshiping the scale, it's a deity that's not worth it. You should not be worshiping the scale. The scale is only one indicator of progress, along with the mirror and the compliments you get from others and your clothes fitting looser. Do not worship the scale. And here's a tip. If you use multiple scales, take the average between the two and let that serve as your official weight.